What's going on, guys? We are going to cover today's chart. I want to go over a few things. Maybe I can give you guys some notes so that you can take forth and use them on a day in and day out basis. So each and every single morning, I'm going to start off looking at the daily time frame. I want to see macro wise, where does this chart potentially have room to go? If we are pushing lower, what's an area that we can go down to? If we are pushing higher, what's an area that we can go up to? So when we look at this daily chart coming into today's session, now it's a long weekend. Hope you guys all enjoyed your long weekend. There's a couple of things that really started to stick out. If you were looking at the pre-market, you were looking at us be down 250, 300 points. That's never a good sign when you see the market pushing down. Now, one thing that kind of gets people is that when they see the market pushing down, as soon as the market opens, their immediate reaction is to try to go short, right? And if you look at kind of what happened today, the market went short very, very quickly on an opening drive. So if you were scalping, maybe you got in, got out very, very quickly. But there's a lot of people who just get short because the market is going down. And then if you sat around long enough, you got trapped, and eventually that move went up 50 points, 75 points, 100 points before finally it came all the way back down. So typically when you see the market gapping down, you want to wait for the initial trap, and then you want to wait for the confirmation. So it's the second move that's going to continue the first one. The same thing if market was going higher. If we gapped up, the last thing you want to do is chase that into strength. What you want to do is allow it to sort itself out, pull back, and then trap, and then take out that high. So it's the second move. But if you look at the second move here, if we talk about that theory, realistically, once we got down below last Friday's low here, you didn't have anything until 23,250. That's your rising 50 SMA. Now, this is a big, big support zone that we are trading below as it currently stands, and we're just coming out of lunchtime. So the bulls are in a little bit of trouble here, because if you notice this pullback from 24,000 into the 50-day moving average once, and you notice this bounce followed by this distribution, this consolidation, and this attempt to reclaim and push highs, that has now failed. And if we close today underneath the 50-day moving average, this becomes a very, very, very big supply zone, meaning that your bounces could in fact get rejected in this area, and we could continue to push lower. If we lose this double bottom and the bulls do not step up, and we continue this week to lose this double bottom, you are going to see prices fall down into 22,565. So what am I getting at here? What's going to help you on a day in and day out basis? Utilizing the daily chart and kind of looking at, okay, if the market continues to push down, let's say at the top of the hour, does it have room for me to take a trade? And if you look at the hourly chart, okay, and we have this dotted line here because that's Friday's lows. If you look at that hourly chart, you're going to see here we lost Friday's lows in the overnight session, okay? And then into the pre-market, we sold off, and right off the open, here is all of the early shorts that got trapped. Everyone who said, oh, the market's already down, let's just continue to go short. If you are not very experienced, and I mean very experienced, to where you took a very quick scalp here, more than likely you got trapped to the upside. Now, if you kind of understand that this big gap down typically results in a little bit of a trap here, then maybe you waited for the trap and you caught a little bit to the long side. But if you look at this linear regression line here, at around 23,267, we bounced right into the linear regression and failed to get a closure over. As soon as we fail to get a closure over and it starts to push down, you can then go to your smaller time frames, and I'll mark this out here. You can go to your smaller time frames, let's say a 5-minute time frame, and you can start to look at some areas of supply and some potential setups for the downside. So notice here's the sweep of that 1 hour linear regression. Here's your pullback into support. Here is your second attempt to get back over and see the bulls actually reclaim some strength. When you notice that it's a lower high that gets put in, this here, right in this area, all right in here, is your cue to use either the linear regression on the hourly time frame. On a 5-minute time frame would have been the 100 simple, or you use the high of day as a stop loss and you sit short. Your targets would be one of the swing lows from the open or pre-market. Hope this video helps you guys, give you guys a little bit of analysis. When in doubt, remember this. If the market's gapping down, avoid chasing the short unless you're plan on getting in for 3, 4, 5 points and you plan on getting in very quickly and getting out very quickly. Avoid the short on a gap down. Allow it to wash out, allow it to bounce, and then look for the rejection and look for the continuation lower after the top of the hour. Same thing if the market gaps higher. Allow the early longs to get trapped. Wait for it to pull back, and when they trap, that's when you want to get in off the support. So gap down, don't chase the short, wait for the bounce, then take the short. Gap higher, do not chase the long off the open, wait for the pullback, and then wait for the confirmation of the day's high or pre-market high or whatever level you were looking at. Hope this video helps you guys. I'll see all of you guys on the trade floor.